and welcome back. Thank you for clicking on this video. If you did watch my previous video on the Tiguan, thank you very much as well. It's greatly appreciated. But today I've got two RS3s. I've got the old shape and the new shape. I'm going to talk you around all the differences, so stay tuned. Starting off with the front of the vehicle. Now, it's not often that you get to play a huge game of spot the difference in real life, and it's exactly what we're going to do. Let's start with the bumper and the grille mainly. On the new one, it's a lot more pronounced and the honeycomb is wider, whereas on the older one, it's sleek and more refined. Now let me know, do you think Audi changed it because people didn't like this one and have gone with this one because people do, or not? Let me know in the comments down below. When you picture an RS product, you're picturing this, in my opinion. You're not picturing this, so I'd sway towards that one. But on this one, you've got a chunkier grille surround going into the LED matrix headlights, which does have a light show, so check that out. On this one, you've got a smaller grille surround with LED headlights. It's the matrix that makes all the difference on this car. When you turn your steering wheel to the right, the LED matrix headlights will aim to the right, giving you better visibility on where you're going. Now, the bonnet is different as well, more angular, it's more streamlined, and on this bonnet it's got 4 lines, whereas this bonnet has 2. It's what's under the bonnet that counts, so check this out. And onto the main event, it's the engine, and it's probably the reason why you're going to get an RS3. It's for pace and performance, and this 2.5 litre 5-cylinder petrol engine does not disappoint. It produces 400 PS, 354 Newton meters of torque, and a 0 to 60 time of a blistering 4.1 seconds. But it's top speed that separates this and its younger brother, because this has 155, but its younger brother has 174, and we'll get onto that engine just about now. Now this is quicker, probably to the point where you're not really going to notice. Its 0 to 60 time is 3.8 seconds, its Newton meters of torque is 396, and its PS is 400. All that is maintained in the same 5-cylinder 2.5 litre petrol engine. Now moving along to the rear of the cars, and not much has changed, let's be real. As you can see here, all they've added on the new one is honeycomb tessellation, echoing that at the front. It really just covers the parking sensors, but there's also a change in the rear diffuser. In my opinion, I prefer the one on the older model. It makes it more aggressive, it's a lot more nicer. However, both benefit from the high gloss rear fixed boot spoiler, which is really nice when you're overtaking someone, they know that you've driven a beast. And along the side of the vehicle, there's a subtle difference. The new one has more wide pronounced wheel arches, and at the rear, the tail lights are more staggered on the new one compared to the old. Another massive difference between these RS3s are the alloys. However, they are both 19 inches, but they are gloss, they are not. These are 5 arm rotor design alloys with a 2-tone finish. You've got gloss black and the silver, whereas these are 5 multi-spoke design with the satin finish. Now, the ones on the older generation I think are a bit dated now, so I am leaning towards the newer ones. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Now onto boot space. You buy a saloon for the boot, but do you really get an RS3 based on the boot space? We'll talk about it anyway. The new one has a capacity of 321 litres, however the old one has capacity for 315. Again, not really noticeable, similar to the speed. Hopping in the interior, there are a lot of noticeable differences. This is the older one, but you still benefit from full leather RS embossed seats, which are so comfortable. You've got a multifunctional leather trimmed steering wheel, which is flat bottomed and has an RS badge. You know what you're driving. You've got Alcantara stitching here. You've got flappy paddles so that you feel like you're in a driver's car. Full digital instrument cluster, dual zone climate control. You've got a screen that moves up and down when you turn the car off and on. Speaking of things that move up and down, no, it's not what you think. Get your mind out the gutter. You've got a pan roof, which is perfect. Moving on to something that makes you feel like you're driving that car alongside the flappy paddles, you've got a proper gear stick. None of these small little dials that you have to touch up and down. That is real. Now hopping into the interior of the newer model, again you're greeted by really nice fully leather RS embossed seats, but they've got an added little bit of Alcantara on the shoulder pads, which is a good touch. You've also got a clean dash with integrated air vents, and it's the air vents that you'll notice as soon as you're in the driver's seat. You've got 2 here at the side of the steering wheel. They are similar to that of a Lamborghini Urus, and no, I'm not comparing them cars, so do not shout at me in the comments saying that this is better. It's not. You've got a clean Really nice touchscreen display with every view that you could need. It's got Apple CarPlay, Android Auto and sat nav. It's got everything. It controls your climate control. You've got dual climate control in this car. You've also got drive select mode, so if you want to go into that RS mode you can. If you want to drive efficiently you can. It's got you covered. Down here you've got your automatic transmission. Now, I was a big fan of the old gear stick. I'm not a big fan of this little one here. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. You've got a multifunctional leather trim steering wheel. It's not flat bottomed, but it's got every button you could need to control the digital cockpit. It's brilliant, this cockpit. It's Audi's cockpit, virtual one. It's got every view you can need. Again, it's got your sat nav on here, or you can have it on your screen. You've got an RS button here, which pulls up a G meter and a torque meter, which is a nice little touch. And again, you've got a pan roof. And there you have it. They are all the differences between the brand new RS3 and the older generation RS3. Let me know which one you guys think is the better one in the comments down below. I will make sure to join your conversation as well. Please leave a like and subscribe to our channel. It really does help, and there is plenty more content where this one comes from, so don't worry about that. For now, I'll see you in a bit.